Welcome to the pre-broadcast broadcast that it's turning into. And here you all are, hot off of this morning's new theme tune. You're all coming round the mountain. Possibly not singing aye aye yippee. Hola, Sarah Paul. Maybe we should make the aye aye yippee thing as you tune in. This is a reference to this morning's image that I had in my head of everyone. When I see the the people tuning in, I have this image in my head. I had the "They'll be coming round the mountain when she comes" song in my head. Yes, this is the random talk section that is random. You did. You missed the singing. You all missed the singing. An encore. Well, the thing is, you sing "aye aye yippee yippee aye" as you come in. I'm not going to be singing. I don't sing. I don't dance. I don't clap. You know this. Hello, everyone. Sarah Paul, my official timekeeper for this mission, is back in, which is great. I missed you this morning, Sarah. How was the other online session that was pressing? So much stuff going on remotely at the moment, which is great, I think. Something for everyone. Something for everyone. I think it's literally a 30-second warning and then we're going. This is your 30-second countdown. I think from I've got two clocks in the house and they're both for different things. So without further ado, are we ready? 3, 2, 1, ready, steady, go. Good afternoon. It's me, Bex Townley, still from Later Life Training, and this is our movement snack number 3 of our Make Movement Your Mission, and thrilled to see that so many people are accepting that mission. I'm going to dive straight in, just a very quick, just to kind of get your mind thinking, how were you after this morning if you joined me, if you watched the video? How many times you managed to sit to stand, be up on your feet today? I know there's a vast range of activity levels with the audience that we have. So for some of you, getting out of the chair frequently might be something new to think about, and that's why we're here. We're all here to get extra movement minutes. So let's do it. Usual rules apply, you know them by now. You select your position in stand or sit. I've got some circ boost for you on the menu today, some circulation boosting, a couple of mobility movements just to prepare us for our strength movements, sit to stand and heel raises. Going to layer in a couple of extra alternatives to see if you want to try. I owe you a calf stretch from this morning. And we've had a request for me to show you the new exercise from this morning. Let's go, pick your position. Sit or stand, you choose. Seated position is slightly forward, backside just past centre, so you can lift and open and feel you supporting your body position rather than the chair. Let's start with our usual movement through the ankles, lots of feet going on here. If you're in seated, keep going with that. The right pace, the best pace is your pace. If you're in standing, or if you want to prepare to stand, remember, heels back and down, power through, drive up, support if you need, and start that circulation boosting march on the spot. Lifted, relaxed but active, using support if you need. Steady pace, thinking about the footfall, picking up the heels. Bringing in a little bit of movement in the arms, whilst keeping the chest lifted and the posture upright. This morning we started to add some directional changes. If you're confident and you're happy to, we can take a turn, we can look out the window, go the other way. I'm not going to go the other way so you'll see the back of me. So we can add some extra movements and thought process around that. Keep going if you're in standing, please. And in seated, we are here with your options, one arm or two arms or the double arm. Okay, take a pause. Staying on the circ boost, but now with this side tap, this diagonal side tap. So in seated, again, it's just a rhythm that's comfortable for you. Keeping the feet within hip distance here, but we're working on an angle, just tapping the toe on the floor. Keep going with that. If you're in standing, it'll look like this. Just the toe placement, just the toe placement. If being on your feet causes you to think a little bit more about your balance and your confidence, use some support and be really specific about your foot placement. Have a glance if you need to, look ahead if you can. Okay, take a pause, hold it here. Feel for the chair on the backs of the legs if you do want to sit for these next two. We're just going to do 2 mobility movements from our morning set, just to prepare us for our strength activities to come. We're going to take a few of the trunk twists, backside on the chair, feet flat on the floor, or in standing, similar position, feeling strong, steady and stable. Walking the hands around, back to centre, pause in the middle, and you're just trying to squeeze round as far as you comfortably can. 1, 3 or 5 times. In standing, it looks exactly the same. Take the turn. Think about keeping the hips fairly still. In daily life, they will move, but here we're looking to improve the mobility and just get us ready for these strength activities that we're going to do. Because we are going to do some sit to stands in a moment, a little bit more ankle focus. So our ankle mobility, please, if you're happy to, heel and toe. In seated, in this one, I've got the hip also working. Just 1, 3 or 5 of those. In standing, you can see here, so you can see it's here. And in standing, you can see I've got my hip and my knee working with that. Back to steady and stable. If you're going to sit down, feel for the chair. Down we go. Alternatively, you may prefer an alternative for the ankle mobility. Come all the way back in the chair for this one. Just slip the leg off here and then just take your ankle mobility here. Don't forget to do both feet. Really press forward, really pull back. Come back to here. Okay, take just a little pause. Take some extra rolls or just generally whatever you feel you need to do to get ready for the next bit. So we're going to repeat our sit to stand, our chair rises. 1 good one, 3 would be great, 5 even better. This is where you need to decide. So we're definitely moving into now our strength activities. So let's prepare. Everyone in seated, please pick your chair, have a seat. Hip ball forward just past centre. This will make it easier to stand. Just bring the heels back and down. This will make it easier to stand. Lift, just have a little think about what we're going to do with this trunk movement. The key here when you're ready is to power up through to stand. Get your balance if you need. And here, let's try to sit down slower. Somebody's moving the bin outside. And release. Let's go again on that. Hip walk forward. Heels back and down. Now, if you're confident and happy to just really perhaps increase some pace on this, do that. If your preference is to say seated, more recovery, or you may want to just go for the jockey option. Hands on chair, so we're driving through and take a pause. Have a little switch off in between each one if you need to. We're really trying to engage the muscles in the legs, all of the muscles in the back of the legs to help with this push up to stand. 2 more if you can. Are you ready? Either a jockey or an all the way up. Do stand all the way up to full upright posture. Slowly, 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 slowly down. Okay. I'll have a word with the neighbours about moving their bins. I wanted to add something into this. Now I know some of you watching this are doing lots of other activities, are confident with this sit to stand. Here's a little progression for you, just for you, nobody else. Slightly offset the feet, slight split stance position, and now when you drive through to that sit to stand, we're getting a little bit more work through one leg more than the other. Power up to stand, all the way up and down. If you've chosen that option, you do then need to repeat on a slightly different foot position. Happy with that? One more option here. If that getting out of the chair, if one of those is an effort and is the best you can do at the moment, once you're up, if you pick yourself some steady, stable support and just rehearse the top bit of the movement. So we're not going all the way down, we've got a knee bend essentially. Imagine you've got eyes in your backside and you're looking for where you're going to sit, and then you come straight back up again. You could try a few of those, and then when we sit all the way back down, really try to control that so that we can land under control. Heel raises. So here we're strengthening the back of the lower leg. We did these yesterday in seated position. We haven't quite got the load we need, we haven't quite got the strength here, but we can start to prepare the lower leg and the feet for when we do this in standing. So I'm raising the heels and then just giving my calves a squeeze and lowering down. In standing, I've got the whole of my body weight driving up there onto the balls of my feet. Here's a little addition. If you're happy with this one, we can take a heel raise, a lower, and a knee bend, and a stand, and a heel raise. Da-da, da-da. Support if you need. So what we're happening here, we have the strength, but we're crossing over and moving into balance also. I've been asked to repeat the ankle strengthener from this morning. You need cushion. Any cushion will do. This one is really trying to work the outside and the inside of the ankles. The cushion helps position the knees, makes it more comfortable, but it does give us a really strong reference point so that we only move the ankles. So just so you can see both, this is the feet coming in and up and out and up. It's like if you tie a bit of string on the outside of your little toe and you're putting it up towards the shin, and then the big toe here. Keeping this lifted. The movement may be quite small on this, that's okay. It's a great one. I explain this and the reasons why in this morning's video if you go back to that. That's that. I do want to do a calf stretch because I promised you that from this morning. So in seated, extend the leg and then the toe comes back. Hold that position for a few seconds. You might tire in the front of the leg, that's usual, so you can release the foot and go again. So we're just stretching the back of the lower leg. And do the other leg. I want to show you this in seated, in standing. And in standing, we get a bog off. We get a buy one, get one free. Have a look. If I do this calf stretch in standing, support, I can take the step back. So I go from the ball of my foot and I lower the heel down and I can feel the stretch in my lower leg. But if I stand up a little bit more, the whole of this area here, which is usually the bit that makes us a bit chair-shaped. We get some great extension and stretch here. So I've got here and also the back. So peel the heel off, step it in, have a little move, and then do the same on the other leg. If that one isn't for you, the seated option is absolutely fine. Lifted posture, I keep my trunk lifted for this, and I just draw the toe back towards me. Hold it if you can. 8-12 seconds, a little bit more, and then release. I think that's it. That's our movement snack. It's here's my chart. Look, we've done all of these. All of these. We have one more today. If you have the calendar, the active calendar, you've got sit to stand in there, and you also have the heel raises in there. And if you're keeping track of your snacks, you can make the calendar into a little tick chart as well. How is that for you? Tell me how that was for you. If you think I'm adding too much too soon, let me know. Just trying to give something for everyone. What am I going to say? Keep on moving. Thank you. Well done. And I'll see you at 4 o'clock for our third movement snack today. Great. Thank you. Look out the window. It's really sunny. Thank you very much. Goodbye for now.